Give me Tyron Woodley. I'm gonna make sure I get in camp and I'm gonna train him for this fight. I want Tyron Woodley to come to Las Vegas and work with us.
I'm gonna make sure I get him in camp, and I'm gonna train him for this fight. I want Tyron Woodley to come to Las Vegas and work with us. So, what did Jake Paul say about Floyd Mayweather training Tyron Woodley? Let's see. But before we get into the scene, make sure to like the video, as it really helps out the channel. Let's get right into the video, as there is a lot to cover. Jake will enter the ring for the 4th time in his professional career when he takes on the former UFC champion. The YouTuber turned boxer has already engaged in several verbal battles with the former UFC champion and has now claimed that no matter what Woodley does, he will beat him. The 3-0 boxer spoke to Pheno Boxing on YouTube after the Mayweather vs. Logan Paul bout. Speaking about his next fight, he said, "Oh, he's going to get some help to learn how to get wobbled? Bro, when I first saw that clip, I was like, Woodley bro, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can get struck by lightning and turn into a superhuman power, and I will still fuck you up." Jake Paul and his charismatic personality had divided opinions among boxing fans. While many have criticized him for trash talking without beating anyone of any note, some have argued that he brings more eyes to the sport. And the problem child has given yet another example of his trash talking ability. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Hey guys, it's Caught on Camera, and today we will be talking to you about Jake Paul reacting to Floyd Mayweather training Tyron Woodley. In preparation to box a YouTuber turned professional boxer, Tyron Woodley has turned to the best ever. Woodley, the former UFC welterweight champion, has enlisted Floyd Mayweather to train him ahead of his highly anticipated August 28th boxing showdown with Jake Paul. The nature of Mayweather's involvement or how long he'll assist Woodley is unclear, but Woodley revealed photos from a training session Thursday on social media. "Bank robbery in progress," Tyron tweeted. "Y'all fucked up. It's stuck now." The fight between Woodley and Jake Paul was announced just days before Mayweather's exhibition bout with Jake's brother and fellow YouTuber Logan Paul took place. During fight week, Mayweather publicly invited Woodley to train with him. "Get me Tyron Woodley," Mayweather told reporters.
Oh, he's gonna get some help to learn how to get wobbled? Bro, when I first saw that clip, I was like, Woodley, bro, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You could get struck by lightning and turn into a superhuman power, and I'll still fuck you up.
Paul thereby appears to have insinuated that although Woodley trained with Mayweather just like Robinson, Woodley too would be knocked out by Paul. The problem child is a YouTube megastar who's currently regarded as one of the most successful social media influencers in the world. Paul made his professional boxing debut in January 2020 and has amassed a record of 3 wins and 0 losses. Jake Paul's social media influence, his past work with organizations like Disney, and his penchant for going all out with trash talk have helped him become one of the biggest draws in combat sports today. On the other hand, money is considered one of the greatest boxers of all time. Floyd Mayweather retired from professional boxing after his blockbuster money fight against MMA megastar Conor McGregor in August 2017. Mayweather is also one of the biggest box office draws in combat sports history. Mayweather has, however, competed in a couple of exhibition boxing matches in the ensuing years. His most recent exhibition came against none other than Jake Paul's older brother, Logan Paul. Although no official winner was announced and the fight wasn't going to have any impact on either fighter's record, it turned out to be one of the most watched combat sports events of the 2021 calendar year. Jake Paul is relatively new to professional fighting, and Floyd Mayweather has long retired from professional combat sports. On the other hand, Tyron Woodley is a former UFC welterweight champion who is set to venture into the world of professional boxing. The event on August 28th will be Jake Paul's first on Showtime after he signed a deal with the network. And it already promises to be another tremendous event given all the trash talk. Paul's comments about Floyd Mayweather will only add to this. However, the problem child did not leave it at that. Jake Paul says Floyd Mayweather has nothing to offer Tyron Woodley. Paul said, "And after watching tonight, Floyd wants to help Woodley. It's like, go fucking right ahead, bro, because I'm going to fuck up Woodley so bad." Thus, this comment from the problem child showed his confidence yet again. The statements from Paul come as a result of Floyd Mayweather saying he would train Tyron Woodley for the bout. Evidently, Paul feels even Mayweather can't help Tyron. The problem child has trolled Floyd Mayweather and Tyron Woodley following their recent training session. Jake Paul posted a series of tweets targeting Mayweather and Woodley after Woodley's recent social media posts about training with Mayweather. All three of Jake Paul's tweets seem to be a jibe at Floyd Mayweather and Tyron Woodley being considerably older than him. However, one of the tweets also includes a reference to Paul's fight against Nate Robinson. The tweet featured an image of Robinson posing with Mayweather. This image was placed alongside an image of Robinson KO'd in the ring after his fight against Jake Paul.
Tonight, Floyd wants to help Woodley. It's like, go f***ing right ahead, bro, because I'm gonna fuck up Woodley so bad.
By the sound of it, Woodley is enjoying the motivational push he's receiving from one of the greatest fighters of all time. Besides Paul holding a 4-inch height and 2-inch reach advantage, at the age of 39, Woodley is getting a bit long in the tooth. Still, regardless of the dust piling up on his birth certificate, Woodley has expressed an enormous amount of hubris for their upcoming August showdown. Once word spread of Woodley stepping out of the mixed martial arts cage and into the squared circle, many have questioned whether or not he'll be familiar with the confines of his new fighting home. While Woodley refrained from spilling the beans on what strategy Mayweather told him to use, Paul confirmed he is unbothered by the prospect of facing a Tyron Woodley trained by Mayweather. Only time will tell if Paul is right about this. When Tyron first revealed that he would be taking on Jake, many believed that he would simply become another victim of the social media star. Whether anyone likes it or not, Jake is currently riding a 3-fight win streak in the boxing ring and is fresh off scoring the biggest victory of his career. Although Woodley is considered far and away the best fighter Paul has ever faced, he'll still face several disadvantages come fight night. At first, upon hearing that Mayweather was interested in training him, Woodley took his words as somewhat tongue-in-cheek. However, after spending his first training session with Mayweather just recently, Woodley was somewhat surprised with the level of intensity. "I didn't know if it was just because he was so disrespected by Jake or if he really wanted to help me," said Woodley as he spoke on Mayweather's run-in with Jake Paul several months ago during an interview with Fight Hub TV.
I didn't know if it was just because he was so disrespected by Jake and so pissed off at him, or he really wanted to help me.
"He came in yesterday and we trained yesterday and he really wants to help me. I wasn't prepared, to be honest, because I just did a crazy workout before and I didn't know we were going to work out. I didn't know if we were just going to go over a couple things, show me a couple moves, and just for some cameras and photo ops. Like, nah, we really trained."
Help me. And he came in yesterday and we trained yesterday and he really wanted to help me. And I wasn't prepared, to be honest, because I did a crazy workout before. I didn't know if he was going to work out. And then we work out. I didn't know if he was just going to go over a couple things, just show me a couple moves. If it was just going to be for some cameras and photo ops, no, we trained. And I'm like, oh shit, this is real.